Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope that you're having a beautiful and an amazing day. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for all of your continued love and support. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. So this is a timeless collective reading for all signs. Whenever you hear the message is when you're meant to receive it. Now, this could be your story or the story of someone else that may be in your energy. So please only take the messages that resonate with you. I'm so excited about this reading. Today is the beginning of Libra season. Ooh, balance, justice, yay! And for those of you who follow my channel closely, I have a really deep message. There's been several really deep and detailed messages the last few days, but not really sure what's been going on with the last few days. I've been stuck in like one download. I've gotten two really big downloads this week, and I'm still getting information about it, to be honest. So I know that a lot of people must be going through a major spiritual like upgrade right now. But this right here is giving me a lot of insight and intel about the different, to be honest, like demonic entities or the deities or gods, goddesses that are being used by various groups to create this division. And I'm gonna do a reading on it, and it may come out in the reading. That if it does, that's fine. But I just need like another few days because I'm still, some of this stuff I even have to research because I'm not familiar with it, but the different names have been coming to me of them. It's been a lot, y'all. Like I wake up feeling like I just got hit by a bus. I'm like, what plane, what timeline, where was I? But I wake up with all these messages and downloads. So let's just see. Ooh, Two of Cups, and it's something. Oh, I just 222 on the clock when I said that. Two of Cups with 222 on the clock. Oh, and the Sun. Yes. Here's the entity. So, okay, I gotta talk about it. I have to talk about it. Oh, it's coming out. I have to. The Nine of Cups. All right. So those of you who watch my channel, and if you don't, what are you doing? You should join our tribe here. So a few months ago, I had like a major download, and I was talking about there was like an entity that is being used to keep a lot of divine unions from coming together. The name of it was Asmodeus. Asmodeus is the demon of lust. He's like one of the 7 princes of hell. The number 7 is very significant, and I'm going to tell you guys why. So you know how some of the readings I've been like, and you'll get like a lot of the readings in the collective from certain readers. It's like the storyline is very similar. We always pick up on this Jezebel like energy, but there has always been another energy that has been hidden, right? Y'all, Spirit made it very clear to me last night what it was. So we're like, oh, well, Satan and Jezebel, and I think the few days ago, the reading I was talking about was a lot about sexual trauma, sexual immorality, like a purification process is happening with a lot of divine beings, like divine feminine, divine masculine, whether separate or you're coming together with somebody, whatever. But what I got the download about last night was Lilith. Okay. I've never ever looked into anything about Lilith, but the demon Asmodeus, you know how oftentimes in the read, it's like there's an energy that is obsessed with divine feminine, and every single time you have a new love or whatever to come in, it seems like it's stopping it. And that'll kind of, it makes sense when you think about spiritual spouses as well. So it's sort of like you are in a contractual agreement, honestly, with an entity. And for some, the entity could be as like Asmodeus or Asmodeus, however you say. You can look it up. But he's like one of the princes of hell or something like that. But he's a shapeshifter. He has 3 heads. He was obsessed with a maiden by the name of Sarah. And literally, it was like I think 7 of her husbands died on the night like of their wedding or something like that. So going back to the beginning of time, and everyone resonates with something different. Adam and Eve. So if you, when I got to doing research, some people were saying that Lilith was like the first woman. With everything, there's good, there's bad, there's the light, there's the shadow, right? And as a lot of people are embracing their shadow, you're learning about the light attributes and the shadow attributes of any God, goddess, or whatever. So when I woke up this morning with all these downloads and I started to read a little bit more about Lilith, so it's sort of like Lilith was refusing to be like subservient to Adam, and so then Eve was created. So think about in the collective as we constantly talk about like the karmic situation, the third party situation, right? And it all just kind of like came together today and it made perfect sense. I was like, oh my goodness, Lilith is very, very good with chaos and control. And in the collective lately, that's what we've been picking up on: chaos, control, manipulation. And I'm like, so a lot of people are trying to get rid of or, banish this energy of the Jezebel, but there's always an energy in the background that is kind of lurking and lingering. And if you've been attacked, perhaps by Asmodeus, most likely you've been also attacked by Lilith. I feel like there are several different cults and secret societies of people who they conjure up the energies of these different demons or entities or whatever. So like Lilith is a female. So if you think about it, there's a group of or a coven of witches or whatever. They definitely could be working with the energy of Lilith, and they're sending their energy towards like the divine feminine. Definitely like a karmic energy, someone that's like, I don't feel like the divine feminine should be moving towards marriage. A lot of people who are moving towards sacred unions, you are battling Asmodeus, Lilith, and like Jezebel. These literally are different demons, mythical things, if you want to say. It's different levels, principalities, and all of that. So it's definitely something here like past life situations playing out. But if you read and you understand even the story, when you hear about Asmodeus, like Asmodeus, Archangel Raphael was able to send I think his name was Tobias, was able to guide him to freeing the maiden, her name was Sarah, from being afflicted by Asmodeus so that they could finally get married. So it is like a divine union for sure, where these two people, they just kind of meet. I think that I had a reading a while ago where I was talking about even the movie Shrek. There was this princess and nobody could get to her, but Shrek was the one that could. He was able to fight, and he was able to finally get Fiona. If you think about all of the different fairy tales, there's a particular princess or queen, whatever, somewhere, and eventually there's someone that can finally free her from what seems to be like some type of curse or whatever the case may be. And the other day, what was this, 2 or 3 days ago, I was sharing with you guys how about the frog that was stuck in the praying mantis. So some of you definitely have like a counterpart that's coming towards you. You may not be able to see them or recognize them right away with your human eyes and human mind, but spiritually, this person is very divine. However, you have these different secret societies, cults, covens, or whatever, or just this past life karma that is keeping this energy from you or keeping you in the matrix or in some kind of illusion, because there's a conjuring up of these very dark energies. Okay, you can think about recently like the releasing of the movie The Little Mermaid. It's like the Little Mermaid, and you have Ursula, and then her dad is almost like a principality because he doesn't want her to be with a human, somebody that is different from your kind or your usual type. Somebody could be of a different background, whatever the case is, because a lot of people are coming together who definitely have very different backgrounds because of your divine purpose together. So right now it's very important for you to be grounded and stable and discerning, because your person could be coming towards you and you may not recognize them because they're so different from your usual type. And adding to that is the black magic and all this forbidden magic and everything else. What I was also getting was a lot of people who have been conjuring up these darker energies. Now, for me, I was able to see that I think September 21st, September 22nd, there was a huge, it's like a day that Satanists, like they were doing, they was doing a lot, y'all. Because we're going into what is today the autumn equinox. Libra season starts. So the Satanists, you know, they have their own holidays and rituals. You can look up online the satanic calendar, and you will see the days of the year where they're doing things. So for me, I knew, I was like, I can't tell you how many people text me yesterday. I was like, I'm having such a bad day. And I was like, yeah, it's a lot of really negative energy today, because I knew based on that calendar what was going on. So again, learning about your light attributes and the shadow, you, in order to fight the battle, you don't have to be in the dark, but you should be aware of what's going on in the dark. Okay. So, you know, that kind of tells you how you need to, you know, gear up for certain attacks that are coming. And I know, I was like, well, Libra season is coming, so, you know, things are about to balance out. They're going in to do all of their dirty work to make sure that a lot of people are stuck, stagnant, and trapped. And then I got the download a few days ago about them, different people going, you know, at night in a person's dream state when you're unconscious, trying to trap or bind your soul. And I've been talking a lot about protecting your root chakra and your sacral chakra. For those of you who resonate with like a twin flame, one of you most likely has a very blocked sacral chakra, while the other one has a blocked root chakra, because it's like that dynamic that we've been talking about, like the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The Hierophant being, you know, their spiritual leader that's out in front of people, perhaps someone very like religious. The High Priestess being you know, very like mystical, very spiritual. Or we could say like the Empress and the Emperor. You know, it still is a very spiritual like person, then a very grounded, stable person with a lot of authority. It's two different energies, but it's yin and yang energy coming together. So anyway, I don't want to stick to this too long, because I'm telling you, like, I've gotten so many downloads about it, and I was able to connect so many different dots, like so many different stories in the Bible, even like the mythological stories. Some of you now are switching also from regular astrology. As you shift into your North Node, you're going to be going more towards like Vedic astrology, but there is for sure like a big awakening that's happening. I'm going to get into the cards, because I'm gonna keep working on this. I also learned something really important this week about karma, and really this is just my own spiritual ascension that's happening. I'm just sharing different things with you guys, but my downloads have been going off like crazy for like the last week. So we have obviously the Two of Cups and the Sun, and then here you have the Devil and the Nine of Cups. To me, just what I just said, it's like the devil, somebody here who is obsessed. There is an energy, there is an entity that is obsessed with the coming together of this Two of Cups partnership, and possibly these two people who are destined to have a child, right? There's this obsession here. But again, nobody ever talks about Lilith. Everybody is just like, oh, Jezebel. You're growing now spiritually, so you're having to battle bigger entities. And I always refer to like the show True Blood. I feel like it's a show that so many people should watch. It's one of the very few shows that I've actually watched in its entirety. And I can remember how they depicted Lilith in the show. Everybody wanted to drink of the blood of Lilith, because Lilith was going to each person pretty much like shape-shifting or whatever, telling them that they would be they would have all this power. And what she was promising them was the ability to have like telekinesis, remote viewing, all this different stuff. So they were all doing whatever it took to try to get the blood of Lilith. So this could definitely be, you know, these different secret societies that are participating in Satanism. I think the other day I got something about like Luciferians or something like, and a lot of this stuff, like I really don't know about it. So when I get the downloads, I have to just kind of, you know, and it's been Virgo season. I have to go and study and figure out what it is, because it'll come out in the readings, and I don't know until I research it a bit further. So even with Lilith, I'm like, I don't know anything really about it. So I have to go and do my own study, and you guys in the comments, if you know more about it, feel free to share. It'll help me and other people who are looking for additional information. But anyway, it's there are connections that are coming together where you and someone, you're going to be very, very happy. I feel like there is some type of prophecy that is being acted out now from like the beginning of time up until now. I also want to say a lot of the readings we've been getting, like that Queen of Wands energy, and I'm like, who is this Leo? Who is this Leo? But I really feel that that energy is representing, we're like, oh, well, it's like a Jezebel. And well, Jezebel is a spirit. But what about an actual god, goddess, or deity? The next level up from Jezebel would probably be like Lilith. So you think about like Lilith, Lucifer, Satan, all of that. Like, there's always this female energy that comes up. And it's almost like, who is this madam like person? It's Lilith, and people have been working with their energy. But until you know the energy that they are conjuring up and working with, it's hard for you to really banish it or bind it out. You need to know that there is something or someone that these different people are worshiping. And that the word that I got today was Lilith, 7 of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. This 7 of Wands, this could be protection or a blockage. Oh, whoa, that's giving the cards. And see, right now, I'm still in the middle of getting a lot of downloads. Look what's at the bottom of this deck, the Queen of Wands. I can't even decide like which deck to use. I'm going to use this one. Look at that. In the middle, you have the Sun and this Queen of Wands. There's a divine masculine here who is becoming fully awakened. Yep. Libra season here, Justice, Queen of Wands. This person has to call for divine justice about this person. So it reminds me of another, it's like somebody here has been in a relationship. So, okay. It's like a divine feminine and a divine masculine have both been with a very, very dark person that carries an entity. Divine feminine has most likely been with a karmic masculine in the past who was housing like Asmodeus or some type of, lustful demon or something like that. You have a divine masculine who was with someone who was possibly embodying the energy of like Lilith. So when these two people keep trying to come together, and so we always talk about how divine feminine is a few steps ahead of the divine masculine. So you guys have already encountered Asmodeus in recognizing that energy, but now you have to recognize this higher level demon or entity that has really had a hold on divine masculine. That would be Lilith. Lilith and Asmodeus, think about in the readings how we're always like, who is this karmic couple? Who is this karmic couple? The karmic couple that is being represented right now in the 3D, like the karmic couple in spirit is Asmodeus and Lilith. Right? And that's where all of the chaos and the conflict and confusion are. Asmodeus and Lilith can easily work with the spirit of Jezebel. I hope y'all following me. That's why I have to call it like tarot church every now and then. I hope you're following what I'm saying. Think about how many reasons like, who this karmic couple keeps attacking divine feminine, blah, 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 blah. When you grow in spirit and you really have spiritual eyes, like me, I can see these cards in the readings, but I can see in spirit what these energies are actually representing. And that's like, it's not a battle of flesh. You're like, oh, my ex. No, what is the energy of that person? Some of you, your ex is a real demon. And the divine masculine is now going through an awakening where they are recognizing this Jezebel Lilith like energy that's been in their life. This is what had to take place for you guys to finally get to a place where it was safe for you to go into like a divine union. So it's what God brings together, let no man tear apart. Between in this union, there's still been like I've been saying in the readings for several months, there's been an unclean spirit. I really hope that this is, I know it makes sense. Knight of Cups. So now this person can come towards you with an offer. This is why the spell work and everything else is being broken off, because this person is learning. Yeah, nail in the coffin, justice. See, divine feminine, you've already most likely done your work. And keep in mind, divine feminine can be a man or a woman. You've already recognized the false twin flame or the karmic energy around you. And here comes this person. Also, when you read about the story of, I think the maiden Sarah, I think it was Tobias, was a young, wealthy person from another land that Sarah ended up marrying, because Tobias was able to pretty much, with the guidance of Archangel Raphael, get rid of Asmodeus. I want you guys to think about how many readings where it's like, who is this wealthy person that's looking out for divine feminine? It's the King of Swords that we've been seeing in the readings for years, okay? That the person Tobias is all about law and order. He was sent out on a journey and he ran into divine feminine, who is actually Sarah in their particular story. He ran into her and he was able to help her get freed from Asmodeus. Because otherwise, like she was grieving because every single person that she was with was being killed by Asmodeus. And he had, I think it was his father who was going blind or something that had sent him on a journey to do something. I don't know the full story. Something it's still, I have to do my reading maybe this weekend. But he was known for being a very righteous person who had done a lot of charitable things. But if I'm not mistaken, he also had a lot of financial struggles. Well, Sarah, the maiden, she had struggles with love. Both of them were praying for change in their life. God heard both of their prayers and just kind of pushed them together. I think together they had 7 sons. Something like that. Look, this contract, look at what's clarifying the devil. It's over. It's over. So here, and this right here is like the devil. This is Satan. And I feel like these two people here will be like Asmodeus and Lilith. These two people, they had a contract in this particular lifetime to stop and block two people from actually coming together, having perfect peace and harmony. A Sagittarius or Sagittarius season could be significant. Yeah, justice for you is the Sun. 2 of Cups, the Knight of Cups. So love is coming in. Your justice is to be happy. The contract that Satan has had, sending out Asmodeus, Lilith, Jezebel, or whatever, is over. So you successfully completed something here. And it reminds me how I said for a lot of you, it's like, you're like, where's my divine masculine? Where's my divine masculine? Because divine feminine, you've already gotten out of the matrix and you've still been kind of looking around like, okay, so where's the masculine? The masculine had to figure out the culprit in their story, and it's this Lilith energy. And most likely there's a lot of masculines who have been with a feminine in the past who was a very, very karmic, low vibrational energy. It's the Queen of Wands who we always see, but the Queen of Wands in tarot usually represents the other woman. And lately I'm just like, I don't feel like this man is with this person, but they've been with that person before. The Queen of Wands, that's that Jezebel Lilith energy. That divine masculine has to freely, like I'm saying freely, they have to clearly like free themselves from that person totally. Nine of Cups and the Death card. See, this overindulging energy is over. Look at that. The High Priestess and the Judgment. The Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups and the Temperance. Yeah. See, this Nine of Cups, there's judgment being called on this situation. Also, to me, this is an awakening. It's an awakening of the High Priestess energy in the collective. And those who have been watching you now, because this right here, you can see it, how the Page of Swords with the Queen of Cups and this Sagittarius, it's like this Earth Angel energy. Someone here is now about to receive a lot of backlash for all of the stalking, the spying, using, you know, different devices, technology, using the telekinesis, the druid magic, the Jinn magic. Like, they tapped into these different people in these cult secret societies or whatever. They've been using all kind of magic to spy on people who are divine feminine, divine masculine. And also what I was getting earlier is, you have to think about it. These people who are attaching all these different things to you energetically to watch, stalk, and spy on you, what they don't realize is when this magic backfires, what tends to happen is you will pick up a lot of their skills. So their magic, the power, I'll say, and the strength of their magic is really being transferred to you. See, that's why you can't get mad about spiritual warfare. Because if you're a real alchemist and you can transmute energy, the more that they team up on you energetically and spiritually, the more you rank up. See, if they're channeling all of this energy, or, you know, these different sorcerers or whatever they're doing to connect with all these different spirits, there's no secret about it. Like, they're pretty powerful, right? They're just using their gifts for the wrong things. But if their energy is being transmuted, that means that they're going to become very spiritually weak, and you're going to absorb a lot of the power that they use. But the point is for you to use that power for good and not evil. Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups. Somebody definitely was trying to block someone from healing, like, their overall sacral energy and the birth of a child. Yeah, look, here it is. Ooh. So I did a reading a few weeks ago, and I was picking up SIDS. What I was reading today about Lilith is when Lilith pretty much got outcast and she got very upset, she started unaliving babies. So that's where SIDS and all of that came from. I think she was like stealing and unaliving babies, right? So a lot of you, like I've been talking about, the divine feminine with the golden womb and all of this fertility magic and womb magic, this is people who worship Lilith. They're sending this dark energy towards you because, look, what do you have here? The star, the sun, the empress, the high priestess. The point was they never wanted you to see behind the veil, to recognize that this Queen of Wands here thought that it was their duty to stop you from healing, having any kind of fertility, magic, or abundance, and not being able to see behind the veil, but you made it out. I hope this message, you know, and I had to really just give thanks to God, because I was like, I can't even believe I'm picking up on a message like this. And look at this. The High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, the Devil, and the Hierophant. King of Swords, Archangel Michael. What happened, and this is a lot of magic, this magic backfired, and they were so these groups or whomever, whatever these energies, wherever they're coming from, they were trying so hard to block your third eye so that you couldn't see, that it opened it up wide. Like, your third eye is now wide open. And if you truly have like a twin flame, if your third eye is opening and you're healing, they're doing the same thing. It could be a bit of a delayed like reaction, but it's happening to them too. So here the masculine is, they're going right towards this devil energy. Why? Because they're becoming aligned with their purpose. They're getting closer to God now. Like, they understand that they were only supposed to experience this devil energy for the purpose of them moving forward. And here's Archangel Michael making sure that you move forward victoriously against this attack. This was an attack for sure on like a masculine and a feminine by, like I said, these dark energies, Asmodeus and Lilith and Jezebel. They all teamed up to do this. But here in the 3D, you have cults, covens, secret societies. They worship these different energies and conjure them up to send them out to spiritually attack you. So for some of you, there's just a very dark, wicked practitioner, priestess, or whomever somewhere, and they was like, oh, well, I want to block these people from coming together. They sent out a huge attack where they conjured up the energy of the darkest and the most high-ranking demons that they could. And I'm just here to tell you today, it's Asmodeus, it's Lilith, and Jezebel. All of these are energies that thrive on confusion, illusions, power, control, pride, manipulation. That's why I've been telling you guys, make sure changing up your daily habits, practicing mindfulness. Some people, you needed to abstain from sex, and the reason why this coming up is because these are demons of lust. Oh, you see how they flipped out? Queen of Cups. See? This was sent out. Oh, wait a minute. Lilith is associated with lions. Hold on, because I put this in my notes. Wait a minute. Like, I have a bunch of notes. So let me see. It says Lilith refused to submit to Adam's rule and she fled, so God gave Adam a second wife, Eve. Blah, 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 blah. So for some of you too, like in your relationships, if there's been a lot of, for those of you who are connected with somebody, like emotional distance, the person, they don't seem to have any sense of humor. They're very, mean, they're strict or whatever. That could be the energy of the dark energy of Lilith, because it says that in scriptures, Lilith is portrayed as defiant and sexually cruel. So this is also where you see women who will withhold from their husbands, intimacy whenever they're angry or whatever the case may be, because of that Lilith-like energy. So a lot of people, you have divine masculines, they've been with that Jezebel, Lilith-like energy, somebody who is very cruel, only with them for certain reasons. And then when the masculine decided to leave and say, well, I don't want to deal with this all of a sudden, that dark energy comes out, right? Now, some of the stories actually was mentioning how Lilith is not necessarily bad, but they demonized her and made her a female entity because she refused to be submissive to Adam. So like I said, with everything, you see the light attributes and the shadow. So it's like Lilith decided to really stand up for herself and not conform. And so she was demonized by people, and ultimately she's been labeled as a demon, But there's a lot of different cults of people who worship Lilith, just like they worship, Satan or whatever, because Lilith does represent power and seduction. So it says Lilith is most commonly associated with lions and has feet like an owl. Something here about, it says Lilith is a strong man demonic spirit. So you guys know how the Queen of Wands, well, the Strength card, remember how every time I see that Leo card, I'm like, who is this Leo? The Strength card has the woman with the lion. It says Lilith is a manner of strong man demonic spirit. And this spirit pairs up with other powerful demons like Jezebel and Asmodeus. And these spirits will wander the world, and they are very, very like angry and resentful and bitter, even towards their parents, because they weren't told that they were immortal. So these spirits, they are immortal. And at some point, whatever, because, you know, of how they were treated or whatever, they became very hateful of humanity. It says here that Lilith was said to have become a blood-sucking, infant-eating demon because she's powerful, she's self-ruling, and she's not submissive to men. It was something, though, that I did read about the connection with like SIDS and like children, Lilith. So it says Lilith eventually married Asmodeus, who is a tempter and a demon of lust. And together they endlessly procreated demonic offspring to spread chaos throughout the world. And I had a reading, this was probably a year ago, where I talked about some of you, it's like you have an assignment with like a very angelic, like galactic like being, where you're supposed to procreate together to have very gifted children. But what this feels like is that there are darker energies that are trying to somehow get you to create like these little demonic children that will just spread chaos amongst the world and throughout the world. All right. Let me see one more thing here. Because that calendar that I mentioned to you guys, and anybody can look it up. I've shared it before. Anybody can look it up. It says here September 21st is the midnight host. And then September 22nd is feast day, fall equinox. And then the next time you're going to see these satanic groups doing a bunch of stuff, it's all of October because of Halloween. I mean, yeah, so October is, they're going to really, really be turning up the heat with their rituals and sacrifices for Halloween, right? It's literally the day where they're worshiping Satan, but I just hope that this, like when I was like, wait a minute, what? I mean, I was picking up a lot of stuff. I didn't even know, like I said, how to Page of Wands. It was exciting. It was exciting news. And here you have it here, the chariot, and you see the lion here. This energy, if somebody was conjuring up like the energy of Lilith to send it out, Lilith being represented by like lions, this to me, I feel is like obviously like their energy of the divine collective. You're looking at this energy like, no, this isn't going to work because somebody, Knight of Pentacles, here to the Empress. Why is this Knight of Pentacles? Like something is out of control. So what people have been doing is trying to use the energy, especially the sacral energy of like a divine feminine, to power up, I guess, like this energy, this Lilith-like energy. Yeah, but see, you're the divine feminine. This is a divine feminine here who is supposed to have very, very sacred, beautiful love with someone who is mature, who is honorable, noble, the kind of person who has the tools and the resources, the mindset, the power, the control, and everything. This is a very awakened masculine. And you're very protected here. But I don't know, this Emperor right here, this is that Emperor I feel for some of you. It's like this very prideful like Emperor energy, which could be kind of representing like the Asmodeus energy. This person is in the dark, in the shadows, trying to make you an offer to get you to connect because of this star-like energy, because you're stepping into this stardom or this freedom, this healing, all of this like greatness. So of course they're like, well, let's attack. this divine feminine and or divine masculine, these occultists, these people, they meditate, they go into deep trances, hypnosis, and meditation for a long time. This whole point was for them to block something that was being divinely guided. They wanted to end something. And I feel like they really are struggling right now to end this, because it's a prophecy here that's written. Like, you can't stop it. You absolutely can't stop it. Look at what you have here. The Queen of Pentacles with the Emperor, the Fool, and the King of Pentacles. So there's a pair here. The Emperor is like empire type of energy. This masculine has gotten free so that they can actually go towards this connection, the Queen and King of Pentacles. So the masculine has really been freed from this Lilith energy. And it has been with the help and the guidance of a divine feminine. Here you have Archangel Michael. In the Moon with Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Like I said, these two counterparts here, they're coming up together as the King of Pentacles. This is in the 3D, in the spirit. The swords, air, communication. In the spirit, in your dream state or whatever, you and this person, you're traveling to one another at night and you're solving these spiritual crimes and mysteries together. This is deep. Oh, the Lovers. There you have it. Yeah. So some of you, you're in, at least energetically, you're with your person. And the two of you together have been getting rid of these dark energies that are being sent to you. But again, like, there's a lot of attacks that have been sent towards these unions. And what it has done is it has caused you to rank up and step fully into your power, so that now you're completely out of the matrix. You're completely out of your south node, moving into your north node, to a place where, like, these energies, they can't touch you at all with where you're going or where you are. Look, judgment on the 3 of Swords. This interference is over. Judgment. And then whoever has been playing with all of this forbidden magic or studying all this different stuff in the occult to bring about all of this chaos and confusion, you get to move away from this now. And it's just like I said, going within, doing the healing and the introspection to learn. Look at this. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Sun. Wow. This message was so meant to be. And here's the Emperor. So your Emperor is coming towards you. Somebody did everything to try to take this person out of the game. But no, the Wheel of Fortune is here. And the Temperance. This person is like an earth angel and the Star, and you're a healer. This is an earth angel, divine, two divine people, 10-10. And there's 2 8s here. What I say? This man is coming in to free this feminine. This man could, so for some of you, you could be divine feminine. I'm hearing India Ari, like back then, maybe I was his husband, maybe he was my wife. And even the things I don't like about him will fine with me. So what did she say? So even the things I don't like about him are fine with me. Cause it's so. What she say? It's so easy to understand him because he's so much like me. And it's truly my precious company. And it's truly my pleasure to share his company, because I know that it's God's gift to breathe the air he breathes. What is that song called? He is the truth. Okay, I'm hearing it. Like, I'm hearing it so loud in my head right now. I think it's called He is the Truth. So you're about to find your counterpart. Some of you are with this person or they're coming into your life very soon. But that energy of Asmodeus tried to take this person out. Remember? That Asmodeus, this entity that you were connected to somehow in spirit, somebody either put you in this contract or this was like a bloodline entity or whatever. It was trying to take this person out. They made it out of this battle so that they can come towards you. They're coming towards you now to save you because you've been stuck. Asmodeus here has had you stuck. And the energy that has been in the background lingering has been Lilith, who is also connected to Asmodeus. And then they also use the spirit of Jezebel as well. So this has been just a whole legion of demons trying to attack a divine feminine, divine masculine, or both of you. Lilith is trying to hold on to this divine masculine, or not even so much hold on to him, but just like punish him. And you know, there's been a lot of readings of us picking up like these karmic feminines who are just erratic and crazy because the masculine is leaving them behind. That's that Lilith Jezebel energy. And then you have the crazy stalker ex that divine feminine has that's stalking them in the spirit and everything else. That's Asmodeus. And the person that's orchestrating all of it would be Satan, the devil, Lucifer. Wow. And it's truly my pleasure to share his company. I just keep hearing that. And it's truly my pleasure to share his company. Because he is the truth. So your true emperor is coming. They bring you emotional fulfillment. There will be financial security and stability. There's a lot that you and this person will birth and create together. For some of you, it could be kids. For some of you, it could be a business. But it's your legacy. It's your birthright. And it's time. This is like a karmic cycle ending, and it's a prophecy. You can't change this. However, many people have done things to cause you to delay it, but it was just part of your story for you to have these experiences. Yeah. Look at that 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords. More conflict. Somebody trying to one-up you. Somebody trying to get away with something by any means necessary. They were willing to do anything to have you stuck. And for some of you, this is definitely an attack even on a divine feminine. For a lot, I'm picking up more of an attack on a divine feminine. It's like divine feminine, as you continue to grow and heal, especially carrying that high priestess energy. A lot of this has come from an ex of yours. This person, when they were struggling to attack you with the Asmodeus energy, but then they started attacking whoever is coming into your life as well with that Lilith energy. So when you were able to get the Asmodeus energy cleared out the way and you recognize it, they was like, oh, I tell you what, let me go and get Lilith to help with this as well. And they sent Lilith's energy out to attack both you and your counterpart. So all of this chaos and confusion. And keep in mind, we did just have Venus in retrograde. So the whole point was to take advantage of that Venus in retrograde, Mercury retrograde energy to conjure up all these dark spirits and demons or energies to cause stagnancy, separation, confusion. Because the whole point is Asmodeus wants divine feminine to feel like they're your person. So they will get anybody out of the way because of their obsession with you. But you're going towards your real person. Wow, this is so sweet. Yeah. Your true person, they have love for you. It overflows, and they're willing to put in as much hard work as they have to. But this person has had a lot of obstacles, challenges, and burdens getting to this high priestess because they've been fighting against Asmodeus and Lilith. But you're moving on to peaceful, calmer waters with the Ace of Pentacles here and the 6 of Swords. After being left out in the cold, this person, they've been trying to cut this person out of your energy. So it's taking them a long time to come towards you, but they always have some kind of plan. This person is extremely resilient. Whoever this masculine is, they're just ready to be like in your arms and you be in their arms, because you and this person, you've been meeting each other, like I said, in some other plane, dimension, timeline, y'all have been astral traveling or something with each other. It's something about your communication. It could be like telepathy. They're connected to you energetically. Where's that deck at? Hold on. I just looked over here at the bottom. I see here happily ever after, soul ties. See, you're clearing out the soul ties of Asmodeus, Lilith, the incubus, succubus, Jezebel energies, and it brought you freedom. Now there's a soul tie with your actual counterpart that's forming. Yeah, you guys have to become free from it so that you could, for some of you, have children together or just be free. So a lot of you, by healing your inner child, it freed you from a lot of dark, nasty soul ties. Getting to know each other. Look at that sexual healing. Mischances. So for some of you, if this person is already in your life, it has required you to have a lot of patience because there has been turbulence and like separations due to the spell work and everything else, but it was all a part of the divine plan. Sexual healing. You're this person's main attraction. And there is going to be some type of sexual healing here. But this sexual healing card to me is more about the removal of sexual soul ties, because Asmodeus is a demon of lust. Lilith is all about power, seduction, sexual freedom, and all of that. See, you guys, a lot of you are going into partnerships where it's, going to be more, like holy. It's not rooted in lust. Yeah, you're their main attraction and their safe place. This has nothing to do with lust. It's real. But those nasty soul ties has to be cleared out. So some of you guys through sex, to be honest, through sex with an ex or something in your bloodline, you were connected to some type of demon. And these different groups who have been trying to connect with you energetically, that's what happens whenever there's any type of sins of iniquity. People will use those sins to connect with you. It's a cord of iniquity that you have that can allow others to take advantage of whatever sins of iniquity are already there. So even if it's in your bloodline, you will run across it's just like if you come from a family where a lot of people are narcissistic, you will meet a bunch of narcissists. And I've been talking about that. You can watch. I've been talking about this for the longest. I'm like, you're going to have to get your freedom papers away from this, because it's sort of like you've been grandfathered in to something dark against your own will, simply because of your bloodline. A lot of people in the family, if it's poverty, it goes from generation to generation. Any type of sexual immorality, anything, it goes from generation. Whatever this is, when it ran into you, you were the one that had to break it. It's like, yeah, it ran into my family until it ran into divine feminine, until it ran into divine masculine. There will be no more bad juju. Whatever this is like a major generational hex, curse, or whatever that has been broken. So some of you, with somebody is in your life, you're more than friends with this person. It's leading to a romantic partnership. Hold on, look, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. What did we say earlier? I said something that it was 222 on the clock. Oh, the 2 of Cups. When this 2 of Cups came out earlier, it was 222 on the clock, and the sun. It's totally 100% meant to be. You and this person, you both had to just get this nastiness off of you. Lover's Lane. It says, this is a time when intimacy and sexual healing are needed and desired. Take the time to blow off some steam in the bedroom. So it's a certain word I'm hearing in my head, but I need to make sure that it's the right word. Hold on. Sorry, 1 second. So okay, so it's with all of this sexual healing I feel like what I was getting was a consecration of marriage. Okay, so it's like in the spirit, your marriage is going to be consecrated. As above, so below. Is or you guys, you've already consecrated your marriage in the spirit, and now it's about to show up in the physical. It's something like that, where it's gonna be recognized. Your union is gonna be recognized. So somebody could have been working even with like Virgin Mary. And I did a reading about that not too long about like you entering holy matrimony. So that means that you and this person, you both have had to consecrate yourselves before the consecration of your marriage, your spiritual union. So you had to get rid of this Jezebel, Asmodeus, Lilith like energy. Yeah, because it was like secrets. It was something laying dormant in your energetic field that was affecting this union, this connection. But not anymore. Yin and yang in partnership. You've been healed of something here. Yeah. Fire and desire, gifts and offers. Some of you, like, something is really, really about to take off with you and another person, whether they're in your life or you're about to meet them, because you have a truly clean slate now. You're free of all sexual sin, soul ties, whatever this spiritual spouse is, this marriage contract to this demon, and somebody else, third party, somebody else put you in this. I feel. Look at this past love, holding on. Because it's past love for some of you, it's they have a demonic entity, or they work with demons, but they can't get enough of you. They love you unconditionally. They're obsessed with you. Ooh. You had more than one option, and there was an option here that was extremely toxic, very negative, a narcissist. So for some of you, if you've been cleaning and cleansing your energy of narcissists, this narcissistic energy is making things more clear to you. You need to pay attention to your dreams. Somebody could have been sending a negative energy towards you because they regret losing you. They wanted you to self-sabotage. So I'm going to be honest. It feels like somebody who wanted you to come back to them, when they saw that you weren't coming back, this person probably paid a lot of money to do a major, major, major spell on you. Like somebody hexed you. And even with this big hex, using Asmodeus, Jezebel, Lilith, it's like they've gone and tried to pull every demon that they could. I mean, the highest ranking demons. The highest ranking, like, priests, practitioners, or whatever, and it didn't work. Because they're working against something that is guided and ordained and protected by God. So you still... There's an open door. Oh my gosh, look at this. Union. This person's coming towards you. They're determined. It is safe for you to love, y'all, and then proposal. Something was complicated. You couldn't see it clearly until you understood the importance of self-love. This may have required that you have some kind of physical and emotional distance. So when these people did this breakup spells and all of that, it caused physical and emotional distance between you and a person. But now, both of y'all have like gotten rid of these karmic energies. Now they're making plans. They're not going to be holding back from you anymore. Wow. Yeah, there's unexpected news coming in. I was gonna get another deck, but I'm actually gonna leave it here. It feels like it's something like Two of Pentacles. Somebody purposely was trying to make you and a person juggle, or they want you guys to have to juggle with your finances, just your life, or whatever it is. They did everything to stop somebody from coming towards you. Yeah, and what did I say? For a lot of you, you have this ex. This is an obsessive ex. They tried to hex your life so that this other person couldn't come. They didn't know the power of this new person, though. This new person was like, you alive, you think I'm not going over there. Like, this new person's like, there's no way. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Or the past person was, if you moved on to somebody new, it could be the past person that's like, oh, absolutely not. But the truth is here now about magic, about manipulation, and your actual strength when it comes to standing up to magic. Because you're going to see that somebody here, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, like they're not going anywhere. But this obsessive energy that you thought that you could never get rid of, it's leaving. Some of you need to maybe do your research, like I said, about Jezebel, Lilith, Asmodeus, but also look into Virgin Mary, Archangel Raphael, because Archangel Raphael is who helped, I think his name was Tobias, to get rid of Asmodeus. Virgin Mary is there to help to consecrating you for marriage. Yeah, you spoke some type of truth, and this person now, they're taking a leap of faith. There's a cycle that's being closed out. There's no more juggling here. Somebody was causing a lot of juggling because of these rituals and sacrifices that they were doing. They were sending all this energy towards you, but you're receiving good news now about moving forward towards your actual counterpart. They've cleared something out of their energy, and so have you. Yeah, something that had them bound for a long time. Now, they're going to go marry the divine feminine. It's holy matrimony here. Self-love and healing. It helps you to block out something here. And it showed this masculine who may have been a few steps behind you spiritually. They understood the importance of them doing the work to invest in this connection. They had to go get rid of Lilith, just like you had to get rid of Asmodeus, or vice versa. However, they are determined to be the last man standing. Look at that, Queen of Pentacles and the Queen and Jezebel or Lilith. This person knew, I got to get rid of somebody here, because they had more than one option. They figured it out. Somebody that they were once with was competing with the divine feminine, and that person carries the energy of Jezebel or Lilith. So it also feels like a mirrored situation too, where for some of you, like I said, you have a jealous, obsessive, bitter ex. They spiritually attacked you, and then the person you're connecting with, they have the same thing. The person attacking divine feminine is Asmodeus. The person attacking divine masculine is Lilith. Lilith and Asmodeus are married. Ain't that crazy? Think about it. You and somebody are coming together, and the two people that you left behind, it's almost like they're married in spirit. And the devil is just sitting back like laughing at all of it. So that's the reason why it's always this energy of, oh, this person's leaving someone behind, going right into a union. Because in a past life, perhaps, that's sort of how it is. It's sort of like past life, and I don't even know, like past, like so many. It's a lot of different timelines. But if you think about it, whoever this person is that's your counterpart, you've been with them in several different lifetimes. You're meant to be with some of you. You're meant to be with them physically this lifetime, but you have all this different history and even karma, and there's karmic debts because you've seen them in more than one lifetime. This spirit is constantly meeting up with you. This soul of this other person, you're constantly meeting up with them. That's why there's so many different books dating back to like the beginning of time that seem to be very similar to you and this person's story. But your lives are also very similar. They're mirroring each other. It's a real twin flame. Whatever demon you've had to battle, they've had to battle it. Whatever spirit you've had to wrestle with, they've had to wrestle with it. You and this person, you have the same childhood or wounds, trauma, all kinds of stuff. The experiences are a little bit different, but really it's the same. It's literally you in another body. Different sex, that's it. Different gender, that's it, really. So that's the reason why I was getting that song, He Is the Truth, or whatever it's called, by India. Which said maybe in another life I was his wife and maybe he was my husband. Even the things I don't like about him are fine with me. It's so easy to understand him because he's so much like me. Let me see. What's the lyrics to this song? He is the truth. And he is so real. And I love the way that he makes me feel. Yeah, what did she say? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. But I'm hearing the song in my head. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly because I don't know, his life or his light, something she says. I don't know. Hold on, he is the truth. Why can't I type? I'm about to get mad. It's about to piss me off. Y'all see me, they trying to make me look bad on camera. No, just kidding. Like I can't, all of a sudden I can't type. Do I have the because he is the truth, said he is so real, and I love the way that he makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly because his light, it shines so bright, I wouldn't lie. I remember the very first day that I saw him. I found myself immediately intrigued by him. It's almost like I knew this man from another life. Like back then, maybe I was his husband and maybe he was my wife. And even the things I don't like about him are fine with me because it's not hard for me to understand him because he's so much like me. And it's truly my pleasure to share his company. And I know that it's God's gift to breathe the air he breathes. Because he is the truth, he is so real, and I love the way that he makes me feel. How can the same man that makes me so mad turn right around and kiss me so soft? If he ever left me, I wouldn't even be sad because there's a blessing in every lesson, and I'm glad that I knew him at all. And see, that's the thing, even with the twin flame, some people you don't marry them or you don't come together. But when you recognize the energy, first of all, to recognize a true twin flame means that you have gotten to like a very, very high place in your spiritual journey. That's why when I hear people twin flame, and they're at the beginning of their spiritual journey, I just kind of sit back and say, oh, wow, you've got another 7 to 10 years of a lot of learning to do because that person that introduced you to spirituality or whatever you learn is probably not your twin flame. It's probably just a karmic soulmate that's a demon, that introduced you to the dark side. But when it comes to you being with a person that introduces you to yourself and your own shadow and not just the darkness of the world, to me, that's how I see a twin flame. And I know every single person, every single reader has their own idea of twin flames, but that's what I'm saying. The things that Spirit has been showing me lately about karma, dharma, different things in the spirit, I just don't say it like you're constantly chasing them behind a person or wanting them to chase you. Your twin flame, there's push and pull, yeah, because the both of you are ascending, not because of drama. People who are real twin flames, they know that a lot of this stuff it's really just you entertaining a narcissist, to be honest. And your twin flame could have narcissistic traits. You could be narcissistic, but it's a type of connection that will make you look at your shadow in a way that you will actually start to heal yourself. Or when you see this person, you will see parts of yourself in them. It will make it's a mirror. It's a mirror to your own soul. So yeah, you understand them and they understand you. The problem is that most people don't really understand the type of patience and the grace that is needed to allow that person to grow and to evolve, because most people, you're only looking at that person as they're supposed to be in a romantic relationship. Really, the main thing that they're truly supposed to do is to help you recognize your light attributes and your shadow attributes, because they're the mirror to your soul. It doesn't matter if you marry them or not. That's really not what's important. Are you learning the lessons? But most people, they feel like a twin flame or whatever. You're supposed, oh, you have to go through hell. The world is conditioned to believe that love is about struggling. How much can you